What is up? This is Dragon Slayer. I am streaming live on Twitch. I'm playing The Elder Scrolls Online. Welcome to our daily grind. So, last time, we slayed Khal Grantid. We still seems to be one quest left here. Oh, hey, maybe there's more, I don't know. We'll find out. But first, as promised, I am going to knock out some inventory management. Yeah, I know, highly entertaining, right? But it's gotta be done. Right, so that's where my inventory for this character is right now. And if we take a look, there's a little banker. What's up, banker?
To leave possessions with the Tsar.
Bank space is full. Got a lot of crap in the bank. So, double check that I don't know any of these. Don't know this. Know that. Let's grab the ones we don't know. Yeah, there's one I don't know. Someone I didn't know. Known food recipe. There's one other one. Right. So I made some room in the bank there. Let's fill it with stuff. Guess all this stuff can go in. Oops. Well, whatever. Alright, so... Of course, we're not done yet. What we're going to do is... We're going to make some inventory management with crafting. Alright, so... This guy that I'm logging out on right now is my, quote, master crafter, if you will. He's got all the crafting passives and all the crafting up to max, right? All the traits are researched. So I decided to start on other crafters. 10 of my characters are crafters. One for each crafting level. For the main ones, which are, well, the crafting, blacksmithing, for instance, has 10 levels, right? So you can be blacksmith 1, 2, 3, etc. up to 10. Alchemy is a little different. It's 1 through 8. And jewelry crafting is 1 through 5. But I've created 10 of my characters are now crafters, right? So I've got a crafter for blacksmithing level 1. Got a crafter for blacksmithing level 2. And the main reason I'm doing that is because what you pick up from a crafting node is determined partly by what level crafting you are. So if you're a level 2 craft blacksmith, then you'll pick up high iron instead of iron, right? And this will be important as I'm crafting new gear for my lobies while I'm leveling them. So I always have crafting materials. Anyways, this guy is to be my level 9 crafter. So. And he's also going to research traits. I'm going to have one from each alliance that's going to research traits. So my level 10, level 9, and level 8 crafters will all will all research traits. So let's work on that. We can part with that. And let's deconstruct. We're going to think we're keeping that for now. Keeping that. And that. Not keeping that. Very nice purple. Don't care. Okay, we're keeping that. And we'll probably need that as well. In case I ever want to make a Vanna set. I don't know if should I keep this or not. I mean, they gave it to me for free, right? I don't know. Whatever. Alright, we're up to 41 woodworking. Now this level is separate from what I was talking about earlier. Alright. So it's complicated, right? Crafting's complicated, go figure. Alright, so we're working on woodworking. We're up to level 41 woodworking. Now when I'm talking about level 1 through 10, I'm talking about this level here. So this guy is currently level 2 woodworking, which means that he can craft up to level 16 gear. Or, sorry, level 24 gear, 16 through 24. And when he's out collecting, he picks up this stuff, sanded oak. And since he's level 50, he also picks up this stuff, the sanded ruby the ruby ash. So ruby ash and oak. Okay. And ultimately, this guy is going to be collecting nightwood when I get him up to level 9 woodworking. And so when I'm talking about the levels, I'm not talking about this level, okay? I'm talking about this level for the passive abilities, woodworking. I'm currently 2 of 10. He will be 9 of 10 when I finish him. Right? Still have ways to go with him. Alright, so this guy currently is level 3 blacksmith. Again, I'm not talking about this level. Let's go ahead and do some research. And decon. Pretty much anything that says rubedite, we're going to deconstruct. And everything else we'll kind of pause and take a look at. Yeah, probably not going to keep these. Probably not going to keep that since it's blue. Pretty cool. Not keeping it. Right, so monster sets, which are monster sets, are sets that you get from running veteran dungeons that drop from, or the heads that drop from the final boss of a veteran dungeon, right? And then you can get the shoulders from the treasure chests from the Undaunted, right? We will not be deconstructing those, right? So we just pass by those. Again, if it says rubedite, we're going to go ahead and decon it. Probably deconstructing that as well. These were kind of given for free. I guess I keep them. I'm probably going to end up deconning them, but you know what? I'm going to go ahead and deconstruct them. Nice tank set, but bye. Right, so good on that. Up to 36 blacksmithing. Where am I going next? Next is clothing. Anything that says Ancestor Silk, decon. It says Izamara, probably keeping that. You know what? I don't know if I want to keep these or not. Alright, we're keeping that. Keep them for now. Probably gonna get rid of them. Keep that. Keep that. And that. That. Seducers, keep that. Interesting. Yeah. Nope. Alright. Should be good. 40 clothing. Oh, I forgot to do research here. Guess I'm not doing research here. It's alright. Not really pressed about doing research on this guy, just simply because I already have a character with all the traits researched, so I kind of take this at my leisure. And do it whenever I want. It's not going to make a difference. Okay. Nice rings and all. I don't know if I want to keep the elites or not. I'm probably never going to use it. And I guess if I need to get them back, I can probably get them back by slaying dragons and going through the Southern Elsewhere quest again. So, bye. We'll keep that. Alright, up to 16 jewelry crafting. This one takes probably the longest of all of them. Can't decon these. This cannot be deconstructed. So any rings that you might have had before they introduced jewelry crafting, you cannot deconstruct. They're all tagged with, this cannot be deconstructed flag, right? Recently got rid of most of those out of my bank. Or out of my bank, because they're just taking up space. And frankly, I was never going to use them anyway, so. Okay. So, now I've made some room in Zibanko.
Ah, Dragon Guard's finest. Let us talk.
We should throw dice for gold. Interested?
Oops. Alright, and I think there's at least one thing in here that I can still learn. This. Might as well open these guys up. Come here, banker. Hey, you. Come back here.
You seek Azabi.
Right. I think the rest we can sell. Oops.
I may not be able to see.
I really don't need this. It's just taking up extra space. So. Bye. Right, so we are at 87 and 200. It's acceptable. So I have a bunch of crap in my inventory that I don't really need to have there, but I think I might for now. Honestly, let's see, where is my banker?
Have need of Azabi?
Can't hit the guild bank from the banker, unfortunately. It's alright.
Greetings.
Alright, so inventory management's somewhat complete. Could go back and, well, you know what, might as well finish up now, just so we could have space, clear out the banker space a little bit. Now there is another way to do this instead of having extra crafters outside of the one crafter that I have, and using them to decon stuff so I can raise their levels. I could just be selling this stuff on the guild traders, right? I'd be making tons of money. But this is one of the reasons I'm poor, because I've spent a lot of time doing crafting, and I'm continuing doing crafting, even though I have a crafter that knows everything, can do everything. I don't really need to have extra crafters, but it's kind of nice. For the reason I mentioned earlier, for the extra crafting materials. Master Deconstructor. You know, I should do some research here too, right? Nope. Okay. Let's go back here, just because I have it in mind already. I did not get the research for this yet, so might as well knock that out. We're keeping those for now. Right. Again, I do have a number of sets floating around in my inventory or my bank. These crafted sets, the Eyes of Mara, Seducers, etc. I'm keeping those for lobies I'm leveling, so I don't have to recraft their armor. I can just pass them on. Some hand-me-downs, right? Does make this a little more complicated or a little more time consuming instead of just deconstructing everything. I kind of have to take a look at it, right? But more often I do this, the more often I could just kind of go through and take a look at it and see what I need to decon and what I need to keep. Right? I think I'm keeping that for now. Not keeping that. Okay. So where am I at with alchemy? 29. I suppose that's good for now. Let's head over to Bunko real quick. And I do have a bunch of recipes that I could learn on this character, although I'm probably never going to do any provisioning. We'll see. Hadn't really planned on doing provisioning on any of my extra crafters, but...
The Rimmen Bank is an on.
And again, these recipes are something that you can sell, right? I don't know any of this crap. So in the interest of making room in my bank, now my main crafter already knows all this. We already went through and saw that I know, or these are all known patterns and known designs and known recipes. A few purples recipes I've ever picked up, and my main crafter already knew it. So now I'll have two crafters that know it. Right. Really need to get rid of this crap that's taking up room in my bank. And someday I'm actually going to use some of these. Swear to God. I don't know when. But these are taking an awful lot of room in the inventory. Right, already in library.
Concerned about thieves prowling about, I can scarcely blame you.
Alright, let's put back the ones I didn't need. Throw that in there. Right. Go. Now that I've made some room in both my inventory and my bank, we will go ahead and get to the business of doing some adventuring, right?
Ah, the Dragon Guard's finest. Let us talk. Talk to Nephilar. See if he can shed any light on what happened up there at the end. And check in with the rest of the Dragon Guard. If you have the time, we all want a moment with the hero of Dragonhold.
This one is sorry he missed all the action on Dragonhold. Zaji expects to be part of the next assault on a floating island, yes? The smuggling, the piracy, the drinking? Ah, this one has dropped them like a hot sweet cake. Well, except for the drinking.
Well, except for the drinking.
Zaji always wanted to be a hero. The Dragon Guard. It gives Zaji a chance to do something important with his life. Something good. But we should be celebrating, not examining decisions that brought us to this point. At least not while we're sober. Zaji still thinks a celebration is in order. Perhaps this one will mention it to the Lady Queen from Enequina. She must have enough gold to throw a proper party. There are still dragons to deal with, and the Dragon Guard will need more ships, a whole fleet of them. Then Captain Zaji will require a grander rank. What do you think? Admiral Zaji? Yes?
No. How about Lieutenant?
This Dragon Guard,
Thinking that's
it's
better.
good,
Better
but it
suited
needs
for your
work.
drunk ass.
Luckily, Sai Sahan has me to knock some sense into this sorry bunch.
Right?
The work, the mission. We may have taken out the Dragon Clan mothers, so to speak, but there are still a lot of lesser dragons to deal with. For that, the Dragon Guard needs to learn how to fight. And fighting, that's my specialty. For as long as they'll have me and Captain Zaji both. Truth be told, the bearded one handles himself well in battle, I think I could learn a thing or two from him along the way. So, it works out for everyone for me to drop anchor here.
When we saw the island begin to break apart, it was all I could do to stop Zaji and Casca from leaping into the pounce and sailing off to fish you out of the sea. Can you imagine trying to navigate while parts of the island were raining down? The thought. You know, I've been thinking.
Uh-oh.
Maybe I'm not actually cut out for the Dragon Guard. I feel so young compared to Sai. So inexperienced. I'm not sure I could have handled being up on that floating island. I did? I mean, I did, didn't I? And I took command of our forces down here while you and Sai were up there. You always know what to say, don't you? Thank you, my friend. I'll keep that in mind, even as I strive to gain more experience.
Good.
You know, I really do like being a part of all this. Aelia of the Dragon Guard, I'm going to make you and Sai proud. No, that was just a slight moment of doubt. But you've set me straight, and I take my calling very seriously. I go wherever the Dragon Guard needs me.
Sure,
I will
sure.
make time to return to Senchal and visit with my father, though. I owe him that much.
Oh, it's a big old party. Break out the money, yo. Right. Right, I've talked to the crew. Now on to talk to the dragon. Onward to dialogue.
Mask Bearer. I look around my home and see so much activity. The Bearded One's minions, they scurry like ants in the moon sugar. It vexes me. The Battle Mage wanted to contain the energy of the Aeon Stones, to keep the release from destroying anything beyond the crumbling island. I helped him achieve that goal before I returned here. I do not know. The Battle Mage was weak, exhausted, but he refused to give up. He wanted to save you, save this land. I lent him enough of my power to accomplish that task. It was the least I could do, after he helped stop Calgrantid. All I can tell you is what Calgrantid believed. He believed that with enough power, he could become a new moon in the sky, a new god to challenge Akatosh. Regardless of the truth, he had to be stopped. Now, for me, the time has come to move on. Glad that a creature as magnificent as Calgrantid had to be destroyed? No, Mask Bearer. I am disappointed that it came to that Calgrantid forced us to intercede. He was dangerous, so we ended the danger. And now, I must take my leave. Wherever my wings will take me, Mask Bearer, I must bide my time and wait for the next event that requires my intervention. It was good to see that we could work together, mortal. I will remember that. And now, farewell. We may meet again, Mask Bearer. The world is not so very large. And do not worry about the mask. Like me, it will bide its time until it is again needed. Tell the Dragon Guard they have my respect.
Yeah, we're gonna slay you, bruh. Frickin' dragon.
I heard the wings. Nephilar has left us? Probably for the best, all things considered. Were you able to get him to tell you what happened on Dragonhold before the island totally broke apart? Tharn's a tough old goat. If there was a way to survive, he'd find it. I don't think there was. Oh, I almost forgot. We received a summons from Queen Chimera. She wants to see us. All of us. In Sencha. She was being rather cryptic, but I think she wants to throw a celebration. Honor the Dragon Guard and all.
About time we have a celebration.
Beforehand, however, she wants to talk to you. You can find her in Central Palace. Queen Chimera impressed me, my friend. It isn't every ruler who readily puts themselves in harm's way for the sake of their people. Tamriel could use a dozen more like her. She certainly did. We'll follow along shortly. In order to make a good impression, the Dragon Guard needs to be ready. I'll instruct Zaji and Casca on proper etiquette and protocol. Hopefully some of what I tell them will stick.
Alright. So again, it seems like this is more of the aftermath, just kind of finishing up. Assuming this is the end of the quest line. Loading. Loading. Right, here we are. Probably gonna get some experience here, so let's buff up our XP. And so yes, this is the Witch Mother's Boon, 100% boosts our XP. We don't have an Enlighten bonus right now, but we do have a few more XP scrolls. So let's go ahead and hit that.
How can we protect you, my queen, if you continue to leave us behind?
I am no
What an amazing coincidence, meeting you here like this. How are you, my cherished friend? I haven't seen you since we put a crown on the head of that beautiful cat lady, Chimera. Speaking of crowns, did you happen to see where I placed my hat? I really find myself where I expect to be, either. One of the great mysteries of life, I dare say. My portals usually take me where I need to be, whether I realize it or not. Rather convenient, if a bit disconcerting at times. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Mostly the latter, not so much of the former. I handled a few tasks for Queen Chimera, visited with Abner Tharn, even dispatched a dragon or two, the smallest ones, nothing too impressive. So good of you to remember. The scamps have been working day and night to finish the place. Soon it will be a perfect getaway, a retreat from all the questing and daring do. You must come visit next time you're traveling the plains of Oblivion.
Ah, Fiveclaw, you arrive in the nick of time. While I deal with my royal protectors, I have an important task for you. I need you to represent me before the Imperial General Renmus. He knows of my goal to restore the Elsewhere Confederacy and rejoin Anequina and Palatine. Given their service, I want to offer the Shields of Senchal a place in this restored kingdom. Very much so. There is no one else I trust to handle such a delicate negotiation. General Renmus has an idea this is coming. I want you to officially present the offer and determine what he thinks.
We also heard that the Dragon Guard have returned, and led by Sai Sahan himself. I wonder if the Irregulars would make the cut. We've battled a dragon or two since agreeing to Queen Chimera's terms. There's still work to be done to repair the damage caused by Euraxia. And the Queen is very generous when it comes to compensation. When Zamorak needed a few troops to bolster the royal chaperones, I volunteered to accompany the Irregulars. Oh, nothing like what we faced back in northern Elsewhere. But then again, we weren't fighting dragons atop floating islands.
That's right.
Yes, we heard all about it. Sounds exhilarating. Once everything settles down, I must hear your version of the story.
Zamorak still cannot believe you are here, Fiveclaw. Still, if this one wasn't close enough to protect the Queen, Zamorak is glad that you were. Now, this one must see to the Queen's luggage. She will want to look royal for what comes next, yes? We arrived a short time ago. After Queen Chimera abandoned us, we had a long march down from the north. Zamorak would have worried about her more, but we had dragons and other hostile creatures to deal with along the way. Everything and more, my friend. Everything and more. In the time that Zamorak has served, Queen Chimera has proven to be a very active monarch. She is exactly what Elsewhere needs, even if it makes this one's job ever more difficult.
Alright, off to talk to the general.
What's the world coming to when a ragtag group of bandits like the Red Rooks can take over a town?
I feel like I've read enough books. Let's just get to the point here. Oops. I think I went the wrong way. Yep.
How can I get any work done with these constant interruptions?
Quite you.
Ah, it's you. I understand we have you to thank for stopping the dragon and getting rid of the floating island? Thank you. But what brings you to my office at this particular point in time? So, Anequina seeks to come to the rescue of Palatine? We've been doing quite well on our own, I'll have you know. Oh, who am I kidding? The shields have been getting by on luck and tenacity. And then the dragons came. My soldiers and I, we swore an oath to the Empire. If we forsake that oath and take up with Rimmond's queen, what does that say about our commitment and loyalty? I seem to be caught between my pride and my honor. What do you think, Dragon God?
Return to Cyrodiil. Alright. Where are you gonna return? It's just a freaking war zone.
You make an excellent point. The Empire no longer exists.
That's right.
Senchal continues to need us. It would be dishonorable to turn away from our duty. Very well. For Senchal and its people, I will agree to Queen Chimera's terms.
Good. Good, good.
Father, excuse the interruption, but the ceremony is about to begin.
Perfect timing. And Aelia, I've accepted Queen Chimera's offer. We shall help her re-establish the Elsewhere Confederacy.
For the Confederacy!
Excellent news, Father.
Senshal needs the shields, and the shields need the support of a monarch. Now, come along. We need to get all of you to that ceremony.
As you say, Father.
The Slayer of Calgrantid.
Yeah, all 7 of them.
I told you to go easy on the plum brandy.
Five Claw, come here, please. My dearest friend, you must take your place alongside the rest of the Dragon Guard. The ceremony cannot begin until all of those I wish to honor are accounted for. Pomp and circumstance are a necessary component of every ceremony. The masses demand it. Besides, I want to honor the Dragon Guard's accomplishments, yours included. Take this reward and smile, Five Claw. We are about to begin. People of Senchal, let us recognize the efforts of the Dragon Guard. They saved Elsewhere from the rage of dragons. First, let us bow our heads and remember Abnar Tarn, who gave his life to save Tamriel. Second, it brings me great joy to mark the return of Sai Sahan and the Dragon Guard. May you always watch over us all.
The honor is ours, Queen Chimera.
And finally, join me in honoring my friend and champion who ended the threat of Calgrantid once and for all.
3 cheers for Five Claw.
For Five Claw. 3 cheers for the Dragon Guard.
3 beers? No, Zadji said enough. Thank you.
Oh, dragons take me.
Yay! Yeah, I won. Well, good guys pull through again.
And so you save us once again, Mask
That's
Bearer.
right.
Tidali is pleased she was able to guide you, if only for a short time. If you ever lose your way again, just pray to Kanarthi. She is always ready to aid heroes such as you. A simple question with a complicated answer. Tidali will say this. It warms her heart to see Zadji standing beside the heroes of Palatine. This one is glad he has good friends at his side. May Kanarthi's winds carry him in a true direction.
All right.
I wish I could issue a proclamation and solve all our problems, but it doesn't work that way. For now, we celebrate. Then, we must get back to work. Dragons reunifying Anequina and Palatine, re-establishing supply lines. There is so much to do. I suppose. But I will not forget what you have done for all of Elsewhere, my friend. You and Abnar Tarn both. Perhaps the old battle mage deserves a statue? I will think on that when I am not dealing with the ongoing issues of state.
I need to find the Queen's court historian. I want to make sure Zaji's antics don't make it into the official record. The Dragon Guard still has much to learn, and there remain dragons to deal with. After that, I need to find my Snow Lily. Let Lyris know I'm all right. You won't believe how much I miss that beautiful half-giant.
What a moving ceremony. I feel honored to have been, honored by the Queen. Well, you know what I mean.
Is the ceremony over? Did Zaji get a medal? Zaji always wanted a medal.
From pit fighter to pirate to honored by the Queen of Rimen, Casca can barely contain her excitement. If you ever need my help, Walker, don't hesitate to ask.
Alright. I guess that's basically sums it up. The end of the adventure. Dragon slain. Alright, let's go knock out this daily.
What do you want?
Quite you. What do you want? What do I want? Alright, off to Grotwood. Barrowbow. Got. Alright, so we have completed all these zone story quests, all these ones, these ones. We have not completed those, these ones. What I'm really concerned about, I suppose. Let's see. Let's say something about Cadwell's new home. Things attacking me again. Y'all should know better. Let's get somewhere where there's not a bunch of enemies trying to attack me. Alright, let's see. All those are completed. Completed. Completed those. Complete. I've not completed those. Or these ones, though I'm halfway through those. And there's one other starting zone where I haven't completed these. Betnik, completed those. Okay, so Betnik, got these. Yeah, complete. And this other starting area. Oh, I've not completed these. Should knock those out. Alright, so the EP starting zones, I still need to complete those quests. Outside of that, completed those, completed all those. Those are complete. Alright, so I have the EP starting zones, and this guy being a DC character, I figured I would have completed all those. I haven't. Weird, right? Some of those. I haven't completed any of those. So I guess we'll start with these guys. Now, there is a reason why I haven't completed these, outside of the fact that this is a DC character and there really isn't too much reason to complete these if you're not, you know, this is the EP starting zone, not DC starting zone. But there is a reason outside of that. And I'll show you that reason shortly. So, back when I was leveling this character, this is my main. It's also my main crafter. And this happens to be, or was, pretty much the best spot to go for crafting. If you're a crafter, This right here is the best spot, or was. Mainly because, hey, you've got your banker here, you've got all the vendors you need, you've got every crafting station but one. And that's the jewelry crafting. There's no jewelry crafting station here. And how's that relevant, or how is this relevant? Okay, so if you finish these quests, if you finish the quests on this island, right? Finish the zone story quest, as soon as you finish Escape from Bleak Rock, all these people go away. The banker, the vendors go away. These are still here, right? All your
We must make sure
stations are still here, but the vendors aren't here. The banker's not here. And so it's not nearly as useful, right? Let me just check to make sure. Yeah, no jewelry crafting to be had, right? So, if you want to, back in the day, if you wanted to be in the best spot to do your crafting, then you did not finish the zone story quests here so that you could maintain having the banker, vendors, and crafting stations all under one roof. It's very nice. It was the best place to do crafting for a long time. But as of Somerset, that's changed because they never went back and added a jewelry crafting station here. So it is no longer the best place to do crafting because it's missing a crafting station. And if you come over to good old Eleanor, you notice that, where is it? You have all your crafting stations under one roof right here. And the banker's not too far away, right? So that's one of the best places to do crafting now, as well as Northern Elsewhere in Rimmen is a great place to do your crafting. Got all your crafting under one roof here. Banker's not too far away. Vendors aren't, I mean, you have vendors here, so. And let's see, where else? Alright, so in the original game, this has probably been the second best place to do your crafting. Although I can't really get into the city level to show you. But on the second level of Eldenroot, all the crafting stations and banker are all represented there. Under one roof, as it were. It's a little more spread out than this, but still, it's certainly one of the best or has been one of the best places to do crafting. Pretty sure they have a jewelry crafting station there. They added that in. So that's not a bad place to go. I mean, other than that, though, there was, seems to me, Stormhold was a pretty good spot, although I think it's missing one. Let's see, alchemy, blacksmithing, clothing, engineering, woodworking, carpenter, blacksmithing. It says it has all of them, but I'm pretty sure they're missing one, or maybe one's just really hard to find. I don't know. Well, they don't have the cooking fire in here, but it's right next door, and the bank is closed. So that's a pretty good place for crafting, outside of one potential that's missing. I don't know. Haven't really looked at that for a while. But outside of those spots, it really isn't a great place to do your crafting where it's all together in one spot. And that's kind of why this character never finished these quests. Because this was the best place to do your crafting. And when you finish the quests, it's no longer the best place to do your crafting. But we're going to go ahead and knock out these quests now, since this place is now irrelevant. Again, if I want... Oh, and the new Southern Elsewhere is a pretty good place to do crafting as well.
Everyone's accounted for.
You've got all your crafting in one place here.
Left behind. Everyone stay calm.
And the bank is pretty close, especially in comparison to Eleanor and Rimmon. So, I don't know if this is a premier place to do it, but pretty close. It seems to me, I thought originally this place was missing cooking. But it seems to me you can do your cooking here at the blacksmith, maybe? I don't know what I figured out. Regardless, you can... I assume you can do your cooking there, but I think I did find a cooking spot here. Let's just go back real quick. I'm kind of curious. Because if they don't have the cooking, then it's maybe not the best spot. But potentially that one could be the best spot. Ooh, look at that. Such a portal. Like that. The other plus of this particular area doing crafting here is that it is chock full of crafting nodes. Or crafting material nodes. Just go back here real quick to check this. Right over here is the bank. And then right here is all the crafting. Okay. Jewelry crafting, blacksmithing. Thought I felt... Oh, right. Here's provisioning. I think. Oh, maybe you gotta go inside. Maybe this isn't provision. Oh, yes, right. Here's cooking fire. So you can do all your cooking. So yes, they do have provisioning here. I don't know why it's not showing up on the map. Yeah, for whatever reason it's not marked on the map, but yes, all the provisioning or all the crafting is in one area here. And this one has a grill. So your standard kind of cooking fire. Maybe I'll make some of these for me in celebration. Actually, might be a drink that might be better suited. That's max magicka and max health and magic recovery. Max magicka, max health. Magic recovery, stam recovery, health recovery. Haven't ran across too much perfect robe. Although I think I've actually crafted one of these before. I have one sitting in my sitting in there. Right. Yeah. We don't have a drink for this particular character, but we've got plenty of these. Alright, 15 times 4 is 60. Should be more than enough. Okay, so that one is actually a slightly better buff. So take a look at it. Compared to the Crown Fortifying meal, it is the same stats as the Crown Fortifying meal, so you can make those yourself, right? And compared to the Cerdalic Field Tack, now this one raises my health more and raises my stam more, but this one gives me magicka. So, this character doesn't really need magicka, but hey, why not? And really, 21k is more than enough for health, is more than enough for pretty much anything you want to do, including dungeons. I mean, at least for DPS, you want to have at least 20k, right? This guy exceeds the standard. Probably a little low on stam. Probably use more stamina than what he's got, but... yeah, if I were rocking the other one, I'd probably have 34k stam. But this is fine. It's alright. I don't know if I even have any magic abilities on right now. I don't. So really, there's no real point for this guy to use tri-foods. Just kind of cool that I can make them. See if I have a magicka ability I can throw in there, so I'm not wasting it, right? Oh, there's always Shadowy Disguise. Mass Hysteria. I could use leveling in that. Let's take Summon Shade. Oh, why not? Right?
What is it?
Alright, so where are we going now? Alright, so again, we have not completed... Oh, right. I remember I was going to do the zone quest here. Knock these out relatively quickly. Some guide. Right, missing a Bleak Rock. There's one more on. I find all the people. I don't know. I mean, it looks like completed everything here. Right, onward. It's bug loss, like that. Bug loss is an ingredient for tri-potions. Again, you can get crown tri-potions, or you can craft them yourself.
I'll prepare the town for evacuation. Find as many people as you can and send them back here. The people of Bleak Rock owe you. You're right. We can't wait any longer. Vivec, preserve us all. The Covenant is here. They've taken the signal fire, and we need to warn the mainland. I need you to carve a path through them and I'm going to get that fire.
Alright, I'm just gonna skip dialogues here in the interest of saving some time. Where are all the bad guys at? some peon work here and collect things. Now the world changes, right? For some reason, my abilities aren't working. I think there was a bit of lag there.
Circle around!
Reason. I don't know if that's just lag or something else. All right. So if we look around town now, stuff's on fire, enemies. And the place where we'd like to do our crafting, enemies, right?
For the Covenant.
High and Hammerfell!
There was someone with the quests here, wasn't there? Maybe it's over here. Let's get on a horse, ride over.
Too many. There were just
Blah, blah, blah. Collect buckets of water. Too easy, right? Alright, we'll extinguish the house fire. I'm a fire person. Save Denskar. Right. Blah, blah, blah.
Soldier, I can make it.
The soldiers are I bet you.
And one more thing to do.
I just couldn't help it. I ran. Kind protect me.
Pirani told us to run. I thought, yes, my family. I should...
Do some peon work. Got some nightshade. Still a boatswain here.
One deserves another. What do you need? Are you then?
I don't need to go either of those places. Right.
Welcome back.
Blah, blah, blah. Save the princess. Moving out.
Two switches. Dodge, bring them through.
Blah, blah, blah. Save the princess. Whatever.
This way. We're almost out. You on the other side of that door.
Alright, moving out. Blah, blah, blah. Waiting for the refugees. Hurry up. Waiting on you. Hurry up. Waiting on you. Alright. Do some collecting and gathering. It's peon work.
I'm so shaken.
I fear the worst.
Let's see where we're at. 5 of 6. So we're about to be 6 of 6. Go. Over to Balfoyan. We've not completed any of these zone story quests. So we'll knock these out and then head back over to DC to Wayrest and knock out those zone story quests.
We're here. Go to the watch. Get to the watch. It's an Argonian town.
Again, I've kind of been through these particular quests a lot on various characters. So I'm not going to take time to read the dialogues. Don't really need to. Of course, if you want to, then I highly recommend, or if you want to know what they're saying, I highly recommend playing this game yourself and going through the dialogues. They are good stories in that. And of course, the game designers, game programmers, and the voice acting talent spent a lot of time creating those dialogues, creating all those voiceovers, and it's certainly well worth listening to and reading. But again, I've gone through those on a number of characters, and in the interest of gaining XP and saving some time, we're just going to go through them. Not going to bother talking to anyone we don't need to. Take any quests that we don't need to. We're just going to do straight up zone story quests. And do some gathering along the way. Can always use more of that stuff. Shota. Right? Now for the Southern Ellsworth quest, I was taking the time to go through the dialogues, because I want to do it at least once, right? See what the story is all about, get extra insight into the story, and to kind of enjoy it, you know. Because they are cool stories, bro. Okay. Alright, search. Maybe I missed something. I did. Alright, blah blah blah. Whatever, moving out. Got some poultry, like that. A POI, point of interest. Just playing some Pac-Man, doing some peon work. Where's that POI? Straight ahead.
Ready to play?
This area is small enough, we'll probably just ride. Because again, there's plenty of crafting material nodes along the way. Apparently someone else is doing peon work as well. Come on, yo. Right? Picked up some pulverized titanium. Second time in a row. Very nice. Well, maybe not in a row, but... Apparently I missed a way shrine. Go and grab that.
We go now to a secret passage. It's really a storage tunnel, but today it is a secret from the Covenant.
Treasure! Got it. Pac-Man for days. All kinds of crafting resource nodes here. I like that. Another point of interest. There we go. Pathfinder. Sweet. Got a new die. Weird. Whatever. Not really a completist, right? Don't really care about all the various achievements, right? I mean, I've probably got a quarter of them, right? Not really my thing. But if they fall into my lap, why not? So many. I was coming over here for crafting node. Apparently not. Part of a shortcut that we didn't take because crafting nodes, right? Speaking of crafting materials. You gonna run to? Nowhere.
Hurry, friend. Balfoyen is under attack. Thank.
Blah blah blah.
I want to. I trust you. No idea.
Seems as if the pack leaders are preparing to take on the Skull King's traitor.
Oh, good. Let's see what the morphs are for this. Near Morsteum. That's kind of cool. That's interesting. Huh. Seems like you'd have some interesting applications. But it does almost more than double damage here, plus it has an AoE. So we're going to go ahead with that. That other one seems like it could be pretty cool. Interesting applications. Like, for instance, for defending a keep. Going out and, say, burning down some enemy siege and then teleporting back real quick. Something along those lines. Seems like interesting ability. Or an interesting morph. PvP. But for right now, we're more interested in damage. So. Alright, we're going to help Darge at the fort. Actually, I like Rana better. Let's go back to screw you, Darge. Let's help Rana instead. everywhere I look. Get mounted up, and all of a sudden I see another crafting node. Alright, let's get to this quest.
Look up quickly.
Ooh. Sigil portals, like those. Got Rakuda out of it. Are you threatening me? Oops.
Hurry to the docks.
To the docks. So many crafting material resource nodes, so little time.
Help me hold off these daggers while the fishermen get away.
Light it up!
I'm all right. Go find Trinhild and Rana. They're on the other side of the docks.
Roger that, Sergeant.
I fell fighting beside Captain Rana. She hid me here and ran onto the ship. She's after the Covenant commander. Don't let her die alone. Fight well. Kill that bastard.
Too easy.
commander of this vessel.
Blah, blah, blah. Slay the dragon, save the princess. Too easy. Moving up.
The Breton. Good.
Split up!
Burn it!
Already known. That's interesting. Should be able to get this soon. Not completely complete in here. Completely complete.
I understand I have.
Now we're complete. And got a champion point. Drawing ever closer to the max V10. Alright, back to Stormhaven, I guess. Let's see. Oh, we still gotta do this. Just gotta turn that in. Alright, so you get these. Oops. wrong things. Really should clear out these, but that's more inventory management stuff. Elsewhere pre-order bonus pack. So I remember what I got, right? 3 Elsewhere treasure maps I'm never going to use. Alright, whatever. This is my favorite mail ever. Congratulations. Thank you for your exemplary efforts and the work of the warriors in your alliance. You have been crowned Emperor of Cyrodiil. It's my favorite one. It's one of my least favorite runs right here. You, Emperorship lost. It's been a while since I've been out. About 3 years. Of course, I haven't really been working towards being Emp. If you've done it once, good enough, right? Alright, so those items I got in the mail, like I said, that's from a passive, and the passive is hirelings. You can, one of your passives, you can get hirelings, outfitter hireling, right, chanting hireling, and they send you crap, right, like the crap I just collected, sent to you in the mail. So on your crafter, it's always good to check your mail. Continue doing peon things. Now, one of the biggest advantages, probably the single most biggest advantage of ESO Plus, is that crafting bag. So all this stuff I've been picking up for crafting has gone straight into here, right? I don't ever have to worry about any of this stuff taking up inventory space in either my inventory or in my bank. It's all here. And even when you cancel your ESO Plus, you still have the crafting bag. The only difference is you can no longer put stuff into the crafting bag, but you can certainly take stuff out. So it's well worth it. Especially if you're in the crafting. I am. Let's get out of this zone. We no longer need to be here. We've accomplished everything in this zone there is to accomplish. Rather short order. Well, no, not everything. Because there are still quests here to accomplish, but I'm not going to worry about those for now. Again, that's why I mentioned not really into... I'm not completist. I really don't care about all the achievements. I'm sure there's some achievement I could get here for completing all the quests. Or the majority of the quests. I'm just not going to right now. Maybe someday. And you might think to yourself, well, if your main goal here is to get experience points, right? To level up, then why not do the other quests? Well, generally those quests provide or give you less XP than the zone story quests. And since I still have plenty of those to do, plenty of different characters, I'm going to stick to those. because they award not only XPs but also skill points occasionally. Speaking of which, let's see, where am I with my items? I'm at 134, 200. That goes up fast, right? Alright, let's head over to Wayrest, vendor. Actually, let's stick with the theme of the day and knock out some more inventory management. And then we'll go over to Wayrest. I'm going to clear out my mail this time. There's lots of rewards for the worthy, and that is a great way to gain items that you can deconstruct, right? Actually, I won't be deconstructing with this character. I'll just putting stuff in the bunko, which I can do from anywhere, really. Let's open up the rest of this mail. Now, generally speaking, you want to open up rewards to the worthy with a character above level 50, because whatever item you will get will match the level of your character. So you want or a character over level 50 and over champion point 160. So that's kind of what you're looking for. So you'll have the highest level stuff from it. And that matters for a number of reasons. A, if you happen to want to keep the equipment, you have it at the highest level. And B, if you want to decon it to gain levels for crafting, it'll give you more if it's the higher level stuff, right? Gives you more points, experience points. Raises your level faster. Okay. I just kind of keeping these things around for sake of knowing that, yeah, I did it, had it, whatever. I really don't need them anymore. I could probably just delete them, but whatever. Alright, that is all my mail. Alright, this is all PvP gear. Rewards worthy all come from Cyrodiil. Probably Battlegrounds too, I don't know. I haven't really done Battlegrounds very much. Should probably knock these out as well. Get some rip vouchers. Those are useful. And these rip vouchers. Right. So let's talk to the banker.
Safe and secure.
For sure all this can go into the bank. Some stolen items.
Nothing went how I'd hoped.
What do you want?
Bank. Let's talk to Z-Fence. Where the fence at?
Greetings.
There's the fence.
You bring.
Right. I'm going to launder this. Go right into the crafting bag.
Well?
Gold! Good!
And the rest second vendor.
Doesn't seem like I'm getting much done here.
I don't know why I'm...
Whatever. Right. Man, if there's anything else I can do that with. That'd be great if you could just throw your maps into collections. If I already completed the quest, then I don't frickin' need it taking up space, do I? Right. Back down to 81. Ooh. But I'm not going to be doing a PvP with this character anytime soon, I don't think.
If you mean to make it with...
Oh, I can't... Right,
What is
whatever.
it?
Can only access Guild Bank from a legitimate banker, apparently. Fortunately, a legitimate bank is nearby.
If you're depositing gold or...
No, we don't want the Sigic Order. We want the King O'Battle. Bank space up to, we're at 416. There's a bunch of crap in here that doesn't need to be in here. If no one's ever going to use this crap, well, there's one I don't know. Sweet. We have got a whole lot of I think that's the majority of stuff in here. Alright, let's add some covey. We'll just add the stuff that's at full health. Can't add those to the bank.
I don't care to know where.
I think this is the lowest my inventory's been in a while. That's good. Do not need crown fortifying meals.
I don't care to know.
I'm probably never going to use these on this character. Or these. So many recall stones. Probably get rid of those. Just taking up space. Below 60. It's pretty good. Yes, I really want to destroy that. Got this. Anything else I could get rid of?
Pakruti is pleased to see you. Pakruti will help you open a crate which contains special rewards. Some of these are so spectacular, just thinking of them makes Pakruti's fur stand on end. Until next time.
Alright, I suppose that's good. It's always looking pretty good. Alright, let's park this guy over at the zone I intend to do next. This character. guys here. Loading Stormhaven. Hurry up. Waiting on you. Hey, I got an enlightened bonus. That's what I'm talking about. Almost entire level. Alright, we will park this guy here. That looks good. Nice parting shot there. Alright. Well, what did we accomplish today? Finished the last quest of the Dragonhold quest line. And knocked out a whole bunch of inventory management. Did some crafting, or rather did some deconstruction on my secondary crafter. Really, I didn't... Oh, yes. So, as far as what I accomplished, I finished the last mission, or the last quest in Dragonhold, last story quest, and then I knocked out the zone story quest in Bleak Rock Isle. I was about to say Bleak Rock File, and if that wasn't right. Bleak Rock Isle, finished those zone story quests, and finished the zone story quests for Balfoyan. Right, so those are complete. Balfoyan, and complete for Bleak Rock Isle, as well as the story quest for, again, for Dragonhold. So I'm complete on all that. And what I'm not complete on are these guys. I do still need to do some dailies here, or turn in a daily over yonder, over here at the Drakengard Sanctum Way Shrine. In fact, while I'm thinking about it, we should probably go ahead and do that. It's gonna mess me up a little bit, but normally I like to talk about what I completed at the end of the video, not at the almost end. Makes it easier for when I'm exporting these videos from damn Twitch up to YouTube. Makes it easier for me to quickly write out a description for the video if I just go straight to the end of the video, right? And listen to what I actually accomplished, right?
Bring me some more. They're Daedral.
Right, we'll go ahead and grab these dailies so we have them for next time.
I've little time for talk. Devil wizard.
Not as...
Please don't die. Okay. Right, so we've got the dailies for there. And we will knock those out at some point. Let's get back over here. Loading. Loading should go a little faster than last time. It should. I mean, it's already in RAM, right? That was just there. There we go. And again, I'm parking this guy here to remind myself of what I'm going to be doing next time. Which is knocking out these zone story quests for this zone. Not done any of them. This is a Daggerfall Covenant character. Never did these when I was leveling this guy. It's weird, but I didn't do it. It's probably because during closed beta for this game, which participated in from, was it August 30th, I believe, 2013 up till the end of closed beta, which was March, I believe, March 2014 sometime. I spent most of my time knocking out quests in the Daggerfall Covenant. So when it came to leveling this guy who was a DC character, probably didn't spend a lot of time doing that. I don't know what I did with this guy, to be honest, to level him up. It was 5 years ago. I know I spent a lot of time in Cyrodiil with this character. Or whatever. Okay, again, what did we accomplish today? We went through and finished the Dragonhold story quests. And we knocked out zone story quests in Bleak Rock Isles and Balfoyan. And handled a whole bunch of inventory management. Made the bank prettier. Made my own inventory prettier. And that's about it. But we gathered a whole bunch of crafting resources as well. Oh, cleared out the mail. Let's just check the mail. And mail is pretty well cleared out. Just stuff that I'm probably going to keep. So, all right. Well, that will wrap it up. Prime time tonight is World of Warcraft Classic. That'll start 1900 Eastern. Hopefully my brother comes out and we can either level our mains or run a dungeon, thus leveling our mains. We're going to be leveling our mains, basically. Right? Again, that'll be prime time. And new schedule is up. So I've taken out all the single player games for the schedule. There's still one spot that it's kind of undecided. I'm thinking Sundays I might do coding game or a coding game puzzle, which if you haven't been to the website Coding Game and you're a programmer, you should probably go check that out. It's a lot of fun. It's the gamification of games. But for right now, all the schedule, the hours have changed, and the games have changed. Most nights I'm going to be playing Elder Scrolls Online. We'll be sieging up in Cyrodiil as I recruit for my guild. Get some fresh faces in there, and hopefully get groups up on a more regular basis again. It's been kind of humbling the last couple nights not being able to get a group together, but that will change over time, as it usually does when I get back into playing this game. And then Wednesday nights will be Destiny 2 for prime time. Again, it'll be a 2000 Eastern start. In fact, I think most nights are going to be 2000 Eastern start, except Fridays today, which will be a 1900 start, and tomorrow, which is Saturday, will be a 2100 start. These are all Eastern times, right? But it's mainly going to be ESO, and then a night of Destiny 2, and a night of World of Warcraft as far as prime time. So we're going to be switching that up. I'll probably still play single player games, but if I do, it will be during our daily grind and not during prime time. So they will no longer be on the regular schedule, single player games, although I might come back to that at some point. depends on when I get burned out from playing this game again, right? Usually 4 or 5 months of this, though. So, should expect a lot of VSO in the future as far as these streams go. And in fact, if you're looking at the videos I have up for streaming, it's been a whole lot of VSO lately. Again, I plan on reinvigorating the guild and getting it back going again. Getting more faces in. Alright, so we went over what we accomplished, went over the plans for future plans for next couple months as far as the schedule, when I'm going to be streaming, time changes, video game changes, right, for the schedule, and that'll wrap it up. Alright, thank you, Twitch viewers, appreciate y'all. Dragon Slayer out.